preview, and I'm going to be doing it on a set seed so that I can actually play around with the new pale wood and the creaking in survival. Also on easy, by the way. That's going to be fun with all of its new changes. This is something I'm doing so that we can best understand what's going on with this fun update that has just come around. I do feel like a lot of people have jumped to a lot of feelings, and I kind of have this too, and so I figured rather than just like, you know, thinking about this and looking at it and vibing it out based on that, why not actually play the update for a good hour or two, build some nice things with this wood, and indeed make it my goal to collect as many as I can. Can I get all of the woods today? And that's what we're doing. It's going to be a chill opportunity to play some survival Minecraft, and hopefully you're down to join me along the way. So hello everyone, how's it going? If this is your first time on the channel, then this is a very long video. You're probably not going to enjoy it. But if you are, you know, someone who's vaguely familiar, I like to play Minecraft, but I like to do so in a bit more of a real way, a bit more of an honest way, if you will. And rather than, you know, cutting to, oh yeah, we just have to do this off camera every so often, I like to show Minecraft how the game actually is, rather than, you know, imagining how I'd like it to be and showing that version instead. And yeah, as a result, let's actually build ourselves our first crafting table out of this lovely new wood. And keep in mind that I could, right now, do all the things I want to do without ever going underground, except I do need to get some basic resources. Like, yeah, if I'm going to chop down a bunch of trees, I'm going to need an axe. So let's use our wood to create a stone, or rather, let's use our wood that we have, not to create a wooden axe. I hate when people do that. It's the most useless thing you can do to yourself in Minecraft. Instead, no, we're going to put that there, and then we're going to find a nice spot up underground, and we're going to use that as an opportunity to go further. So, oh, yeah, look at that. Perfect spot of opportunity right here. And yeah, now we've got some coal. That will be handy for, you know, making torches. And we've got some stone, and wow, now I don't need to make those wooden tools. I think realistically there's lots of choices in how you play. But I think one of the cool things that Minecraft exposes is just how different we all actually play Minecraft. Like, but all the videos and all the, you know, content that we can see online means that the sorts of things that I think of as being insane are the sorts of things other people look at and go, wait, someone's really doing that? Sorry, some people look at it and go, yeah, how could you live without that? And things that I do so regularly, people say, wait, no, why would you go about the wooden tools? They're the thing that bring me the most joy in life. And I guess the fact that you can have both opinions is one of the beauties of the world. Like, you know, some people would say if there's a skeleton attacking you, maybe you should deal with it. But I would say, it's not that big of a deal. What's he gonna do? Is he gonna, oh no, Minecraft, oh no, okay. My controls have just broken. This is extreme punishment. I don't deserve what's happening to me here. So yeah, this is a controller bug. It's been in Minecraft for a while. I don't know what causes it, but it, like, as you can see, it's stuck on the emote screen, and I don't know how to undo that on a controller. There we go. As you can see, I have come back to life, but something interesting has happened. I have all of my stuff. Oh, Toycat, are you cheating? Are you playing with keep inventory? Nope, 1.20, 1.50. Couldn't have scheduled that better. And by the way, I've also got 2 trees with me. I actually feel like that was a benefit to me to die, because I do want to get lots of types of wood, right? And now I'm back in a place where I can find lots of them. Yeah, that was actually me being very tactical. A fun thing about this, I would say a very fun thing about the way that keep inventory works is that it does encourage you to die as the most efficient way forwards. It's one of the reasons why I would say don't turn it on by default ever, but you know, that's an opinion difference. I guess we could argue, but it means that sometimes the best thing to do is like, yeah, I want some coal, but not in a big dangerous cave. I want to go out here somewhere first, make myself some sticks and some torches, and then once I have these things, then I want to go to the big dangerous cave. So we'll go underwater right now, and we'll just say, yeah, oh, there's some coal down here too. I'll mine that, and then we can just mine it and get it away. So hello everyone, hello Dapperwolf07, hello Bird for Life, hello Polly E, and Chillis Bean, Hexateron. Oh, I was reading your comments and I managed to die, but fortunately that gets me back up the hill and I don't have to bother climbing that myself. Is this a good thing, chat? What do you really think? I've been making a it's come up in a couple of videos now, and it's one of those things that is deeply controversial to the small subset of players who love keep inventory, where they're like, wait, why would anyone not want to play with keep inventory? But then there are people who say, wait, yeah, no, Minecraft should mean something, you know, when you're doing, or at least I guess you should say, Minecraft with no cheats on should mean something. And so if you add cheats to the default game, people feel like, oh, yeah, well, this takes away something from what I'm doing. And I think this is one of the most interesting arguments in gaming. It's been going on for as long as I can tell, about do lower difficulties impact your playing experience? Or, you know, rather, I guess we could say, to be more blunt, if someone cheats in a single-player game, does it affect you? And my answer has always been no, right? The answer is, you know, does it matter? Also, wow, it was really worth coming back here. Apparently, look at that. There's a glowberry here. Do I want glowberries? I've got rotten flesh. I'll keep the source of light. I think it's better than food right now. But I'm gonna go in here looking for some stone so I can get an iron axe. Because I think an iron axe and maybe a bucket would be two things that I'm really gonna need today before I play around with the pale oak. We currently have it on our SMP because of the bugs, and I hate it. I do think a best practice thing would be, right, like I think the actual best solution Minecraft should have implemented is gravestones. Gravestones is so good that I think it would have made sense in vanilla. Like, you dying should lose your stuff, but losing your stuff shouldn't mean, like, some of it vanishes into lava or despawns. And, you know, you could make it so when you die, your stuff doesn't despawn, but that will cause lag problems and all that noise. So I think the best... Also, wait. Because I'm in a lush cave right now, I should bring some moss up with me, so I can bring it up to... You know, I feel like I can make the pale garden a little bit less pale if I just bring these with me. I think that's a fun idea, so I'm gonna roll with it anyway. But yeah, I feel like I genuinely feel like gravestones is a very valid solution that is like fairly popular in other games as it is. But I think Minecraft is at the point now where they struggle making certain big changes. We saw this with the villager trading, and so is that the same? We've seen it with the combat changes. Like it's been 4 years since the first combat test. They want to update combat, but they know it's a real headache to do so. And I think that's interesting. Does that mean going into those modes will automatically nerf achievements in your world? Oh, no, the opposite. Actually, I don't think it'll even show that keep inventory is on, right? Keep inventory. Oh, no, it does show that it's on. So, yeah, keep inventory is on without cheats being disabled, right? Yeah, I could still get achievements. Were this not a beta, where there are, of course, no achievements. Yeah, it's very, very interesting in that way, I would have to say. Okay, so we're going pretty deep in this cave now. I'm going to be honest, I'm entirely lost. I'm going to try and just get some iron and then get out. But if we pick up a lot of coal along the way, that might be handy too. Except, you know, here's the fun thing. I'm lost in a cave. I wasn't even thinking, but like, if I do not find a way out of this, there's an easy way out when you're on easy difficulty, I guess. So let's now see what's happening around here. We've got to find some iron soon, right? We've gone pretty darn far, but maybe just a little bit further is all it will take. Okay, so this is a lot of scary. Oh, I didn't even I don't even want to die right there. That's actually inconvenient. See, that's a case where even with keep inventory, death isn't preferred because I wanted to come out with my stuff. But yeah, if I want to right now, I can say, yeah, I didn't actually care about that. Also, thank you, Dapper Waffle, for becoming the 398th channel member. Thank you for helping us so much get back up to 400. I do feel like on YouTube, we're at this, like, artificial cap. My controller has died. That's okay. I feel like there's, like, this, not artificial, but there's this, like, ceiling we've kind of reached on YouTube. And I think ultimately, you know, like, a lot of YouTubers try to, you know, the only time that YouTubers usually talk about, like, their actual strategy is if they're trying to do it in a way of, like, oh yeah, well, if enough people subscribed, just so you know, you'd get more videos, you know? They kind of use it in, like, you should get something explicitly out of what I'm saying. But I try to be honest and be like, yeah, this is what I do for a living, and I'd like to be able to do it for as long as possible. So there are things I have to consider, such as, okay, you know, how do you attract more viewers and more members and all that stuff? And I do feel like we've got to this, like, kind of ceiling of where we are, which means I have been trying to work out, like, okay, you know, news attracts a certain number of people, but it's very variable based on, you know, when there is news out there. And so the question is, you know, what else is there that people like? And you know, that rather I enjoy making and that people actually subscribe to, because there is a weird thing where there's lots of content on this channel which is really popular, but which only attracts existing viewers and no new ones. So there's fun things to consider. Just like how I guess Mojang has to consider not just how to keep existing players. You know, like I feel like keeping people like you or me happy is actually quite easy if they wanted to. Just go to the feedback site, find the most upvoted suggestion, add like 5 of those per update, and boom. But as we saw with the cancellation of the mob vote, like following democracy seems like it's a win, but it never actually is. People are never as appreciative of you doing something that they thought was a good idea if they think you're doing it because they think it's a good idea, you know? Like, people want you to think what they think, but they want you to think it organically. And I think that is something that is fascinating about human psychology. Anyway, so we hopefully gonna find some iron this time. I just realized we're quite high up, so we're not gonna find iron over here. But maybe if we go a little bit further down, again, we just need 6 iron. Not that much more than that, really. So I'll place a pale moss block there, because I'll find a ton more. A block of that over here. And then there. Perfect. And now I can keep that lava and its lights, but not have to deal with all the other pain. Hey, we got iron. It doesn't look like it's 6 though, does it, chat? Be honest with me, do you think that's 6 iron? Game music is a bit loud. Oh. Interesting. How's that? I usually turn it off all the way, actually. And I did turn it off all the way last time I played, but I guess that's a thing. It's a nice little thing. The government in a shulker shell, Lamau. I've never heard in a shulker shell before, Hollow Hectic. I like that as a phrase. I might start saying it just to confuse people in my life, because everyone understands. I love things that people understand when you say it, but if they really thought about it, they'd be like, "Wait, what did you just say there?" Like, that's my favorite category of things to say sometimes. Also, yeah, we got literally 1 piece of iron, and now we're out. So we're gonna have to come back to the surface, pick up some moss on the way, of course, and we're gonna try to pick up some stuff along the journey there. Again, I still want to build with this pale oak. I've got some fun things planned. I guess I'll make the basics of my house first, and then I'll add all the other wood types to it later as we go. But first, I need iron. Where am I going to find it? Down this little tunnel? I certainly hope so. And I certainly... Oh, I think this is where I was before, actually. Either that, or I've now officially started running in circles. Yeah, it is actually fun just how long I've been spending looking for iron, because I'm so high up. That's what it is. I'm at Y64. Need to be closer down to like 16 or so, I think, for iron. Hey, yeah, look at that. Went lower, found iron. So that's 2 pieces of iron. The game is absolutely trolling me at this point. I don't really have to worry about dying because I intend to die eventually anyway. As soon as I get my iron, I'll be out there, I guess. So in this cave I shall go. It's a nice little cave. What's it got for me? No, just no iron. No, just a piece of iron would be great. It's such a huge cave that's so high up. I think it's very deliberately not in the space where I'm gonna. Oh, ouch. Anyway, we're gonna eat a little bit of rotten flesh because I do need to survive a little bit longer. And then I'm gonna head down and down, and I'm gonna find a big vein of iron any second now. I swear I am. It's gonna happen. A cave this big, an iron demand this low. It's just gonna happen perfectly. So hello chat and toycatio, says Jaden Ogden. Oh, look, we're coming out of the side again. Oh, we're back in the... Oh, over here. So bizarre how that works. I'll leave this seed will be in tomorrow's video if I somehow forget to leave it in the description. But after this fact, I'll be leaving it there, by the way. Okay, so I'm on 1 heart. Again, the hearts aren't important though. What matters... Okay. Also, yeah, the government in a nutshell to respond, or in a shulker shell, sorry. I think that is interesting because that is how people like ideas. It's the same with like, you want to find, when you want to buy something, you want to find experts who agree with you. You don't want them to say, but don't you hate when you find someone who's like, oh yeah, the purchase you're about to make, it's great, sir. If someone's just agreeing with you for the sake of agreeing with you, even though it's what you wanted, it's not so good. Whereas if someone says, oh yeah, this thing you're gonna buy, it's great. It's got 17 Pentiums in it, and you're like, oh, that's a lot more Pentiums than I was expecting, really. And you know, like even if you don't understand or any of those things are, and no, and yes, I know Pentiums have not been a a measurement. Not that they were a measurement ever, but the Pentium has not been a line of Intel's products for a very long time. Anyway, speaking of not a very long time, I am going to die now. I don't know what the best way is, so I guess I'll just dig a hole and jump into it. And I'll pick up some coal along the way. So, there we go. look at that. I'm back out in the open. And now I could choose to make myself a bed to get through this night. But I'm going to try and build a house while getting attacked by Creakings. I don't know if that's a good idea, but I know I want to do it anyway. So I'm going to find a nice spot in the middle of this biome somewhere. This place already has my favorite block, and it's a little clearing with a view anyway. So if we clear down this tree and this tree, I reckon we've got a real nice spot for a house here. And so let's place this there and that over there. I feel like there's a Creaking looking at me. Do you guys get that feeling? I get that feeling, but I just don't know that it's true. And then we'll look, yeah, maybe. Where is he? Where'd he go? Oh, okay. So yeah, it's a scary place here, I've got to say. Just that extra little fret does add something more to be alarmed about, which is the genius of it, I guess. And now we're going to make a furnace, and we're going to put our iron inside of it, alongside some... Okay, no, we're not. What we're going to do is we're going to get wrecked. I don't have any food. I just have lots of skeletons. Which is, like, I don't think it's a terrible thing to have skeletons around you. I could probably turn that... Okay, they're attacking each other. Perfect. Now, I use this as a moment to sneak off, fuel the furnace, just keep that moving. Maybe make a stone sword or two. Yeah, just a stone sword. Just enough to keep me alive. And now we've got... Okay, some bones. I think those are going to be useful later. So we've got our furnace, we've got our crafting table. Let's build a house. Chat. Let's do chat builds a house. You know, the wisdom of the chat. Oh, ouch. The wisdom of the chat has never been questioned or beaten before, of course. But I would like to ask for your suggestions on what we should build in our house. Oh, what's that? You've got real ideas? Nah, what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to build that one generic house everyone builds. You know the generic Minecraft house. But we're going to build it in pale blocks. That's going to require a lot of wood, I imagine. So we'll start by chopping down the trees that are most in our way. How are there so many mobs here? I feel like I lit this place pretty adequately, but I feel incorrectly, maybe. So place another torch over there, and then maybe another one down here, and then a couple over here. Just, you know, all the places where a mob might want to spawn. There we go. Okay, and now we can chop down the biggest trees that would be in our way. This is a lovely clearing, but it just needs a bit of work. It needs a bit of shoveling, needs a bit of chopping, and let's start on that now. Build an X as a Karsh warrior. Hey, I see you were in the pre-stream chat by that reference. The house should be designed like a Taco Bell. I mean, I've always said that anything in life that is designed to be beautiful should be designed like a Taco Bell. Also, was there a creaking there I just saw? You know, I think I would have seen if there was a creaking. So let's chop down this tree. As you can see, there's no real resistance being offered right now. There is a much lower density of creakings on Bedrock than on Java. And so we're just going to chop this whole thing, move it away, and yeah, what a lovely little space this is. I think I see an Enderman over there, which is kind of fun. That is all it takes to chop down one of these trees. We got 32 pieces of log from it, though, so a pretty efficient biome in terms of, you know, time put in to blocks gotten out. And now I'm going to build that. Actually, I need to make a shovel. So I've got 14 of these. I can afford to go a little bit bougie on my shovel. That's right, iron shovel time. You better believe we're here. I can also afford to finally get an iron axe and a shield and a bucket. Those are all the essentials that I need. Everything else is just a nice. Speaking of nice, thank you very much for the tip, Jessup Kane. Crunching wood beacon. Crunching wood beacon is a set of words I have not heard in that order before. Thank you for sharing them with me in that way. So now I'm going to move my stuff around. I'm gonna have to make a chest at some point, really, but that should be good, I think. And now let's officially make this suitable for a house. I love a good biome that has like a nice suitable plot like this, where you feel like you're building into the environment. But I also I love feeling like I'm the one changing it too. Like there's a weird duality of Minecraft building, right? Where you want to be clearly working with the terrain, but you also want to be the person who's like, yeah, I'm coming in with a flattening tool, and I'm gonna make this exactly what it needs to be for my house to exist. Okay, so we're gonna start with the generic awning that the front of a house has. I guess I kind of want to face diagonally there, But if I get a view that's this way, it's a bit better because it looks like there's a hill there. So I guess I'm going to have this be the front of the house. And if I'm not mistaken, the generic Minecraft house I'm picturing has like a nice green, it might be grass. We'll use dirt, I guess. Has a nice like little step up from the outside world. I'm guessing it's going to be like 5 blocks wide with like fences on these side pieces. So what we're going to do now is we're going to make those fences. We don't have enough, so we'll just make a stack of that. And then make, I don't know, like a whole stack of these and that. Now we can make a bunch of pale oak fences. And we can use those fences right here to make ourselves our garden, on top of which the house will be built. We're not going to have anything here, but we can have some hanging moss or something to make it fit. For now, though, let's build the actual house thing over here. You should invite the creaking in for a spot of tea. You know, I'm sure the creaking would love an invite to tea and biscuits. It is pretty rude that we don't think that is something we should be doing for him. You know, he spends all his time, all his days, out there grinding in the woods. And we don't even think about, you know, like how we could help him. We think about how he wants to hurt us. And that shows how broken our society is, you know. Look at me preaching right here today. You can't kill a creaking, meaning it won't drop anything. What if, though, you could do something that would kill it? What if it was the first mob where instead of having to kill it, you could do something a little bit more complex or something like that? I think that could be interesting. So we're going to make a ton of slabs. Like maybe a few too many slabs. And we're going to use these for the top of the house. It just saves a bit of effort if we use slabs rather than wood. And it means that we have a floor that looks lovely. Although, actually, I don't think this is great. I think my floor shouldn't be made of slabs. I think it's fine, but we'll have, like, the entrance hallway be made out of these. Now, let's have the rest be made out of something else. So then, we need stairs, because there's obviously going to be a big roof that connects this all in together. I think we're going to have logs for the corners, too, by the way. So we'll have a set of logs go here. Okay, this is my best. I'm trying to build the generic Minecraft house from memory. So if something goes wrong, not my fault. It's the fault of the Minecraft house I'm trying to build. And then we'll build. Actually, I think what you want to do is you want to build this back a block, right? That's fine. And then we'll have the next one go like over here. Yeah, look at that setback. Oh yeah, this is the sort of thing that gets people real excited. And then we can have a block go like there. But then we can have the rest of the house go back another block. So there's easy. We're just placing the slab as something to place on top of. And then we'll have it go back another couple blocks. And boom, now we can incorporate the tree into the build. And it's going to look wonderful. So yeah, I'm noticing that there's one crucial issue so far. And it's that my house, I guess it's missing like a... I'm going to break all the stuff and move it inside now. But the house is missing a few things. One of the most crucial probably being a chest, you know, place to store my stuff. And the other being I think I need another type of wood in here. Even though the outside being made from white wood is going to be great, I think the inside could do well with some color. So I'm going to make a new room. The room can be over here, I guess. Just for now, we'll use this. And we can place our furnace down. And our crafting table. And even make a chest if we feel like it. There we go. Should I make a chest or a barrel? It's always a hard question. But now we can place this over there, and then we'll replace this, I guess, just for directionality. Place that over there. And now later, we'll make this room make more sense with colors. But for now, it's looking just great to me. But yeah, I need to now dump some stuff. You always pick up so much garbage on your first Minecraft day. If only I had a bundle. Wait, this is a beta preview. I can get a bundle, can't I? Let's go get a bundle, chat. You know, wow, I can't even sarcastically roll my eyes at that. I just have the thing. Then we'll put all of these away, including these pale oak saplings. Oh, actually, I think that'd be more fun if I grow these in another biome. I just want to test that, so I'll have some fun with it as I go. Because I think I could make my view more interesting from here, chat, if I just place a random pale oak in that direction. And I need to get a spruce sapling anyway, or like a spruce log. Let's do it. So let's go find some leather and combine it with my string. And hopefully on the way we find some food or a bed, because I'm running a little bit low on that first one, and very low on that second one. I have 0 beds, chat. 0 beds. This is the perfect house for a creaking tea party. You know what, chat? Hayden, you're right. Sorry for calling you chat there, Hayden. You know, chat is your more formal name after all. But yeah, Hayden, you're right. I think a creaking tea party is going to be great. So right now I can get access to dark oak, which I think will go nice with the pale oak. I think it's like a very good contrast block. But I think I'm going to want much more of some other blocks. Should I use my stone axe first? I think I should. Just let's use up the stone axe, so I'll appreciate the iron axe more. Okay, so use the stone axe up, get it done, and then we'll go over to the spruce biome, pick up some of those blocks. They look suspiciously similar to, you know, to dark oak if we're being honest, but they are harder to get, so we will be careful around that. Also, I am just gonna make a bunch of dirt so I can get into this water. Just fine. Glad I did that. So, yeah, let's go up a mountain and let's place some pale oak saplings there so that future me gets a better view. You know, the creaking, if I'm going to invite him over for tea, I'm going to need to make sure that it all works fine. Okay, your mic sounds slightly muted. Weird. Microphone. Is this a problem with my microphone? It does seem like there is a problem. Yeah, there is actually. Interesting. Okay, that's something. Windows used to do this a lot, and it's sort of stopped recently, but it'll just randomly lower your microphone volume. Let's see if we can't fix that. So we'll just boost it up a few tiers. Hello, I'm ibxtoycat. Hello, I'm ibx. Okay, so that's too much. Oh no. Okay, that's just a chicken. We're fine. I guess we need to find some sheep before tonight. And also, I killed cows, but I didn't get any leather. That's weird. It smells like bread, chat. Do you think someone's baking bread in my vicinity? It's weird. I can smell what my neighbors cook so often. I don't know. Again, apparently the issue is to do events in a house or something. Still don't fully understand it. But today it's paying off because I can smell bread. Like, oh, there's a trident round, one of my favorite mobs over there. It's too loud. It's too loud now, says Chilius Bean. Sorry if it's too loud. Hello? Sounds fine to me. That hurt my ears. I'm sorry. So yeah, if you're curious, that's what my microphone sounds like at 100% volume. I wish someone could explain to me the way that microphones do volume, because I set it to 82% and it's so quiet you can barely hear it. I set it to 90% and it's so loud that no one would bear it that way. And so you have to set like 83 to 87 as all of the listenable volumes. Again, I'm sure it makes sense to some audio engineer out there somewhere who's like, oh yeah, well you see this is because of this. But to me it just feels like crazy. We went back in time to 2012 Toycat just then. I can try and do my 2012 Toycat voice if you want. Genuinely, a lot of my voice was trying to pretend I didn't care, because that was like my whole thing in life. I think, you know, it's a very common thing for teenagers. I'm not going to pretend I invented the idea of not caring or anything like that. But I think it is a really interesting, like, I don't know, like flaw in the wild that like when you are a teenager in particular, like you almost get like penalized by your peers if like if you show any genuine interest. Then no. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. That tree can grow by itself on its own time. Anyway, let's go. Let's pick up some spruce logs, and hopefully if there's mountains there, we'll find like a cherry grove or something. I think some cherry wood would go very nicely in the build that we're going for. You know, in our tea room, I think that would be good. So, yeah, I think that my voice was like, hello, I'm Toycat, I guess. How's it going? You having a good day? I don't mind. Anyway, so today we're going to talk about why it is that nothing matters and why you're all going to die someday. And honestly, I just want to remind you to like and subscribe along the way. Getting more subscribers will help me remind more people that they should die someday. And so make sure that you do that if you want to spread the good word. Speaking of spreading the good word, today's sponsorship is actually Monster Energy. Do you want to die a little bit faster? Oh man, I've started caring too much for this sponsorship, my bad. Monster Energy. You ever feel like your life is just a bit too short Do you want to live it faster? Oh, well, you know, I couldn't... if I could advertise a pack of cigarettes, I would. But instead, I'll just advertise that. Okay, so I'm going to eat this rotten flesh just so I can get my sprinting back. And I'm going to make it up the top of this hill. It's going to be just wonderful. Oh, no, 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 no. It's fine, it's fine. I need the bone meal, though, so I am going to kill him. We're just going to slowly walk towards him. And... oh, well. Okay, there's 2 skeletons now. Oh, that's probably what caused the pain on the second one. So as long as he can't come up here... okay, we've got a problem. I'll get them to attack each other, I guess, and our problems will go away. Again, I do need the bone meal. So I am... I mean, yeah, the bones for the bone meal. So I am just going to do this. Yeah, if you could just finish yourself off, that would be real great. Wonderful. Okay. Bone meal. Let's do it. So that is where we're still trying to go. And it's just... it feels like such a long journey, right? We've only been going for like 300 blocks. I feel like sometimes in Minecraft, the hill... I think the one big downside of the Caves and Cliffs update would probably be the fact that Minecraft is just... getting over the hills is such a pain sometimes now, in a way that it wasn't before. There's lots of positives to go with that, of course. But I'm going to focus on the negatives, damn it. That's like an anti-sponsorship. Yeah, but if you think about it, if the sponsorship is for people who don't care, then it's got to seem like... the sponsorship has to be like, yeah, it exists and stuff, I guess. You know, if you're trying to advertise people who care, you say, oh yeah, this is the best energy drink. It's got you know, 26.7% more premium limium per can, and the beta carotene levels, they're off the charts, let me tell you. But instead you go, oh yeah, it's cool because a man on a skateboard drinks it. And you're like, oh, man on skateboard drinks it, huh? And so that's why if you ever look at Red Bull advertising, nowhere do they ever go any amount into the energy given, you know, like advertising as a whole kind of realized a long time ago that they're better off advertising not to what you think not to what you think you want to buy a product for, but to why you actually buy a product. Which I think is one of the most intriguing things in the world. So, it looks as though we've come back all the way this distance. But, as you can see, no inconvenience. I don't need to go back that way. Instead, I can use this as an opportunity to say which way should I have been going instead. Again, I've got a shield. I've got the ability to do all these things. But I just decided that getting food is kind of painful relative to the process of, you know, just dying and getting your hunger that way. And so it's been going pretty well for me, honestly. Also, yeah, that's what she said. I, in fact, agree, Jessup Kane. I was thinking that myself. And I was like, I cannot make this joke about myself without some horrific implications. Today's sponsor, Nihilism. Yeah, man. This video is actually sponsored by Nihilism. Do you sometimes... remember to use code TOYCAT for 5% off. Anyway, I think that Man on Skateboard epic though. Yeah, it's the same as like when cars realize that instead of telling you about how good their cars were, they're just gonna be like, look, here's the lifestyle. If you have this car, it is a sign that, like, you know, most things that you buy that are expensive, you're not buying product, right? You're buying the fact that fewer other people have that product. The more you increase the price of something, the fewer people can afford it. And that's, you know, like, okay, that's fine on its own point. But then the more interesting underlying point is that by reducing the number of other people who can afford the thing, the more you're showing you're part of some elite club by buying it. It's, this is why basically every category, fashion to, you know, cars to hobby gear, they have to prove to you somewhere in their thing, like, yeah, the cool people have this. The people who have their life together and who you want to be like, they have this stuff, and don't you want it too? That's why there's that one brand that's famous for throwing away, like, I think this is absolutely crazy, but they burn all of their old and unused stock, because if they let, you know, like, there's there's always a fun petition to give it to homeless people, because people will be like, oh, yeah, if people could get this for cheaper or for free, then it wouldn't be as good. By limiting the supply of something, you increase the demand, I guess, is the basic economic premise. But yeah, I think that's interesting. And so I'm going to increase the supply of... I'm going to increase the desirability of nihilism by saying, guess what? This video is sponsored by nihilism, and you can't have it. You can't be a nihilist. If you're a nihilist, then you're gay. Yeah, how about that? How about that? You wanna deal with that in today's homophobic world? I don't think so. I think that you're just happy not being nihilistic. Also, give the man a depresso espresso. You know, I used to love energy drink. I really did. I had this terrible caffeine experience. I feel like I've spoken about it before, but I had a disastrous caffeine experience in my life. And yeah, as a result, I literally can't enjoy caffeine anymore. Also, have a coffee, you'll feel better. Like how horses used to be for poor people and now they're for rich people. Yeah. I think, okay, here's the crazy one, right? Let's just say that the one thing that people buy a car for, like outside of buying a car for, in fact, let's just say the better your car is, the more attractive you are to ladies, right? Let's just say that. Ignore all the problems that creates and just say, yeah, that is a true fact. It must be. Toycat's saying it right now, after all. So, if the more attractive your car would, you know, equate to more, if the more expensive your car should equate to more women who are interested in it, the most attractive people in the world would be bus drivers. Do you know how much a London bus costs? It's more expensive than a Lamborghini, but the Lamborghini is more valuable because it becomes less utilitarian. You know, a bus is all about getting things places. And the same is true for, like, you know, like another equivalently expensive car that's actually useful. It doesn't signal wealth in that same way because it's useful. Whereas a Lamborghini is so impractical. Have you tried getting in one of those things? I've been in a Lamborghini once for about 7 minutes. Yeah, that's all I could afford. You know, also, I think I should die at this point. I think I've gotten all the wood that I can get from a jungle. And if I want to get more wood, I should go back towards where I was before. Or towards the nether. Yeah, that's a good idea, actually. I want to go to the... I do want to go to the nether. And so usually I have this pain of, like, I have to stack up and then stack back down. But what I can just do instead is I'll climb one of these jungle trees. And then I'll die to get down. And I'll see if I find lava. Because you'll be able to spot lava easily at night, of course. But yeah, the most valuable car in the world should... You know, the most valuable vehicles in the world are like heavy goods vehicles and buses and stuff. Whereas, you know, a Lamborghini is horrifically... I mean, that's what makes it a good wealth signal. You have so much extra money, right? Whereas, you know, the function of a car, and then the extra is what is signaling the value of it. Which is why things have to be so much more expensive. Like, when you spend £1,000 on a t-shirt, you might think, oh, you know, like, if you're not into £1,000 t-shirts, you might say that's really stupid. You could spend less. But that's why you know if someone spends 1,000, they have too much money, which means that they have some spare, which means that, I don't know, maybe they'd be better at providing for you or something. I don't know. Anyone have any rich friends who provide for them? So yeah, with that said, I don't see any lava anywhere, by the way. The only light that is anywhere is right here, and it's not looking great. I'm actually going to have to bite the bullet and finally go back towards the tiger. I think I am. I think I'm going to do that. Because if I get back towards the tiger biome over there, or the hill or whatever, then I can place the trees that I want to as well, which will be real nice. The ladies love when I take them on the bus, says Hayden S. You know, I think they should. I think they should be, you know, there's a funny meme that's like, yeah, this is the £250,000 car that takes me to work. That is true. The bus is the most expensive vehicle that the vast majority of you will ever go on. I think myself included, actually. If I can't imagine them. I guess, actually, the most expensive vehicle I've ever been on is a plane. But again, it's in someone else's plane. A private jet costs less than a, you know, like a 747 or an A380 by a substantial margin, like 50 times less. But the private jet is much less functional. Like, seriously, a private jet has such a bad range. You have to refuel, like, 3 times to go from the UK to the West Coast. Or, if you get a long-range jet, maybe you could You can do it just the one time. You know, it's like because they're so tiny, they hold very little fuel. But the thing that you pay for is like, I don't know, privacy and the flex of it all. And the flex of it all is based on the fact that you don't need to do a thing because its function is less than that. So yeah, that's why if you try, and that's why I think companies kind of like undersell their function sometimes, is because if people are buying you even though, if people are buying, also, look, pumpkins, rare. If people are buying you despite the fact that you're not functional, it almost increases your value. It's like the Veblen effect of economics. I shouldn't say that. I'm marrying my wife in Minecraft later. You're marrying your wife in Minecraft, Cat? I need to know more about that. I want to marry a wife in Minecraft. I want to marry your wife in Minecraft. Is that polygamy? Is that what's happening there? But I'm still, I'm very much on board of doing it. Get their numbers mixed with my numbers. Let's do it. So I don't have any dyes right now. What's the nearest one I can see? There's a red bush over there. Oh, and the sheep. We need those. I actually think I might shear the sheep. I can afford not to. Throw the spider eye on the ground and pick up the white wool. Maybe pick up a second white wool. Please be a third too. Okay, I need to kill one more sheep or I'm going to regret that decision so bad, chat. Please, one more sheep. So I'm going to put some things in my bundle now. Look at this, by the way. Ooh, pale moss, cobblestone. Oh, wait, okay, I'm doing this wrong. I'm just going to put some stuff that's like semi-useless in here. Only semi-useless. I'll save the really useless stuff for something else. And now I can have these later. Oh, not the wooden pickaxe. That goes on the ground, obviously. It's so cool to me that you can have those things be later. I've never seen the point of private jets when planes have expensive seats. Yeah, I saw a thing, or I heard a thing. Again, like, from people in my life who don't follow much YouTube, someone was like, oh yeah, insert YouTuber here. I think it was KSI. Was like, Arisi announced that he had to start flying commercial again, and the guy was like, yeah, but you mean business, right? And he was like, yeah, but... I think that's an interesting thing that, like, again, it's the flex value is lower, but the actual value is much, much higher. I think one of the... I guess it's kind of... I think a similar thing... I think this happens in every tier, every category, is at a certain level, it becomes a flex that you can have the... Like, you know, if you think about... if you really think about the way that... you know, like, planes work. A private jet sucks because you have to get your own staff, you have to buy your own snacks and all that stuff, get your own jet fuel. It's so much more convenient to have a company deal with all of that for you, you know, Virgin Atlantic, British Airways, American Airlines, whatever. It's really, really handy to have another company who deals with all of that, trains some people to be nice to you. Same thing with restaurants. Hey, we finally found... I was looking, it's not what I don't know how I found it here, but I found the Cherry Grove. I'm now going to go back towards the, I'm going to go back towards that spruce biome, and I'm going to place my pale oak saplings. I'll let her know you want to marry as well. Also, you and Digging Truths are getting hitched. Yeah, she's already your wife. Oh yeah, if she's already my wife, then honestly, it sounds like we've got a little, again, I don't mean to be disparaging towards that one religion that does this, but you know the one. Anyway, but yeah, there's a certain flex within, like, if you think about restaurants too, the amount of effort it takes to cook certain foods, like, you know, some food's really easy. Like, if you go out and you spend £25 on a burger, then you're kind of spending money on the tables and the service staff and the fact that they'll bring it to you. But there is some food that's really hard to cook yourself. You know, some food's great because it's 25 minutes and it's really delicious, and some food is like, oh yeah, this is an all-day endeavor, and so it's really cool that you can just pay someone to do that all-day endeavor. But a cooler thing is to be like, yeah, I can have that all-day endeavor done at my house because I have someone that does all of the steps for me. Also, I hate this. I think Minecraft needs more methods of, like, dealing with this situation, because it's like, do I want to use my valuable pale oak? I'm not sure that I do. CEOs fly private because their time is calculated at such a high $/hour. But there's the thing. Private jets are slower than commercial jets. The reason they're not is because you have to go through security at a regular airport, and you can't just get a taxi straight to your plane when you land. That's why, you know, like, it makes sense to... Don't get me wrong, there is actually a logic to it. But it still means that you have to value that time on the ground a really, really high amount, which again, like, some CEOs do. But I think probably fewer than you would expect. Okay, I'm going to test something really fun here. What do you think about birch and pale oak here, chat? Do you like this look? I kind of like this look. I feel like the birch used to be the white wood in Minecraft, but it looks so yellow now. But then if birch is yellow, then what is bamboo, you know? These are the questions that will keep me up at night if I don't do anything about it. But for now, let's just make a ton of birch slabs, like 30. I think 30 is going to be enough. Don't fall down, don't fall down, don't fall down, don't fall down, don't fall down. Looks like we didn't. Great. Okay, so... Oof. I fell down at just the right time, so that's good. I like to order a BLT as a test order at a restaurant. If you can't make that fresh, I don't want to come back. I've never heard that one before, but I do like the idea. Something that is like a pain to me is if you want to actually compare places, you need to have that same order, like you're saying. And so I've always wanted to compare pizza places, but the only fair order to compare pizza places would be, you know, the dumb pizza that no one likes. Not the Hawaiian one. The margaritas. A margarita, if you will, is the only fair, a cheese pizza, I think you might call it if you're too far away from Italy. It's the only fair comparison between pizza places, but no one wants a margarita, right? And so then you get into a bit of a struggle about that one, or at least I do. I have a struggle about this, chat. Do you get me? So because if you want to be really objective about reviewing things, this is why I think the review industry in so many places is captured, is because your feelings on something matter so much more than objective quality. If you're starving, any food you have tastes the best. And if you're not starving, you know, if you're absolutely full, then I could take you to a 3-star restaurant right now and you're not going to be amazed by anything, right? That is the challenge of, I don't know, like, lots of things, is that at the very top end, it's just about, do you want to do this or not? That is what will determine whether you have a good time here. Okay, so I'm going to chop down some of these trees right after I place one of my own in here. I want to make this seem fairly natural, chat. But I'm going to be honest, I'm going to find that hard. So I'm just going to place it over here. Place my sapling. And we're going to see what it grows into. You might need 4 of these. Chat, do you need 4 of them? I haven't grown one yet. Don't tell me this is true. This is going to break my heart. So what's my easy alternative? I'm going to make a fake tree. Yep, I'll make a fake tree. I'll chop down this, and I'll replace it with my own wood, and we'll just hope no one notices. Do you like the look of this? I actually do. I feel like this looks so good, chat. Ooh, look what I've made. A margarita is like vanilla ice cream when there are other options. Just why? Yeah, I feel like the only reason for vanilla ice cream too is to really show you how good something is. It's like this, like I think it's cookie dough ice cream from Ben & Jerry's. That just uses vanilla. I could be... I'm pretty sure it's vanilla. Tell me if I'm wrong, chat. Do we have any Ben & Jerry aficionados in the house? But I think cookie dough is just vanilla. And so, do you think that the vanilla ice cream is good? Yeah. Because you're like, yeah, I don't care about the ice cream flavor. I'm just here for the damn cookies. And so, yeah, 2x2 only. Man, my life is... I feel betrayed in a way that I can't fully explain, chat. I'm heartbroken, and I don't think I'll ever get past this. You should get Wingstop again, says Blueberry. What flavor should I get at Wingstop if I get it again, Blueberry? Blubbery, maybe, I guess is the correct way to spell that. Hi, ibxtoycat. Hope you're doing desert well after your holiday, says Brian Harshman. Thank you for mentioning. I am doing very well. So I scheduled my October as like going out on a holiday, coming back, and then I've got a wedding to attend next week. It's in my favorite place in the world. So it's not It's no great penalty in terms of travel. But it means this week has been so stressful because I've been back for 6 days between events. And every single day I need to work, and I need to like work at like a high level. Like there's no like time for like, I can't do it. And so I've managed to get 1 video behind on my recording schedule, chat. And that is like, it's a lot. It's like a part of me says like, well, you know, you could just miss a day of upload. But it's like, well, I've failed at my the only way I can ever convince myself to leave, like my favorite thing in the world is traveling, but the only way I can convince myself to do it is if I'm like, okay, and there's a video while I'm gone, and so I'm not actually, you know, like, I think being self-employed, it's like so hard to like truly let go of a lot of things. But especially like on YouTube, where people forget who you are if YouTube doesn't send them a notification for 3 days in a row. It's, yeah, real big thing for me. So I've been very busy. It hasn't gotten too stressful yet, but it is like I'm at the point now where I'm like, okay, so what's got to take the cut? Am I gonna miss my? I really wanted to make an ultimate guide to end cities. I was gonna just go raw into the end. You know, I was gonna like do some stuff like that, and I've just now concluded like, okay, don't think that works. Don't think it can. At Wingstop, I usually get the rubs, not the sauces. Oh, the rub. You know, if you get the rubs at Wingstop, then that's lovely. I hope to one day learn about your location and the wonderful things they do. But I'm pretty sure they do call them sauces here. Is there a Cajun style rub? That's a good one. Yeah, Cajun's what I got last time, Dan Marsh. It was for a makeshift stream. You should make a ToyCat house tutorial video of how you build your house. Yeah, this is basically a long form tutorial on how to build a ToyCat house. It's not a very good long form tutorial. But you know, what is a good tutorial anyway? Okay, we're finally gonna get our wood, and then we can go home and we can make a bed. Actually, wait, we can make the bed now. Yeah, let's do that. Oh wait, I'm gonna get hit by a zombie. Okay, let's go. Bedtime. Okay, just don't kill me in my sleep. Don't kill me in my sleep. Don't kill me in my sleep. It's pretty close to being killed in my sleep there, but I'm good. So now I break my respawn point so that I can deliberately do it in the place that I want to, and come all the way back home right after I'm done. Perfect. Okay, so I'm gonna get some cherry saplings and some cherry wood. I think cherry wood's so good, but I also think that, you know, having some of this in the biome might really lighten it up. We give you ToyCat. Wedding is more important. I don't want to be rude. I will discontinue the sentence that I was about to start. I mean, weddings are one of those fun things, right? Of like, it is the most important thing for someone in the world, right? Like that someone is having their most important time, and so if you can't make it for some reason, it's like understandable and fine. But also is you saying, yeah, your most valuable moment, can't do it because of some, you know, generic kind of reason here. I haven't actually had many wedding invites that I've had to turn down though. I think the biggest reason I would is if it's someone so tertiary to my life, where it's like, yeah, well, it might be your most important moment, but I don't know if you know about my 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, etc. moments. Anyway, yeah, is that a normal thing to think? I hope it is. I'm gonna get rid of this granite here, I think. Or maybe this grey wool. I'll get rid of the grey wool. Actually, rather than getting rid of it, we have bundles. I'll throw the grey wool in there. I'll put the bundle in here too, actually. I think that'd be convenient. I also am going to grab some of this so I can dye the bundle pink. I just think that would be nice. How do you even do that? Do you like... There we go. Pink bundle, chat. How delightful. So now we can pick up the rest of the saplings and we can say, it was very nice being alive, but I'm not going to do that anymore. And, because it's easy difficulty, keep inventory. So, I don't remember this being where I spawned, chat. Okay, I guess I do. It looks a bit different. I want to make a path from here up to the house so I can always remember. Actually, let's do that now. I've got this spare capacity anyway. Let's make a nice path so that future me doesn't get confused. We'll chop down some of this wood just to keep the path moving, I guess. And then up through here. And there we go. There shouldn't be any more confusion after this point. Now let's go and place our bed, which I probably should have also dyed pink maybe. It would have added some nice color to the house. Okay, so chat, I have a lot of wood types that I can now choose to build from, and I think I want to start with bamboo. Bamboo is one of the most colorful and most fun. So I have 12 bamboo planks. That's not going to get me very far, is it? That's going to get me basically nowhere. Yeah, you don't get a lot of bamboo. So I'm going to use the bamboo for the floor anyway, though, because I just think it's super colorful, and therefore that makes it a good block choice. I'll use bamboo on one half, and then I'll use birch for the rest. Yeah, I like this kind of idea. And then we'll use a different wood yet for the thing here. I'll use cherry for the walls. I can't use it for the inside walls, actually. I'll try to use cherry somewhere. So I've got a ton of cherry, so I can use it kind of freely. And we're just going to hoover up some extra blocks here, like, don't need this or that, or the snowballs, honestly. Yeah, any items I don't even think I'm going to need ever, I'll put that. And then we can finally cook up some food, by the way. I'll go with my raw pork chops first. I'm not really a fan of this kind of social event, but you go for the other person, I feel, not you. Yeah, it's a weird thing, right? Because why would anyone want you at their social event if you wouldn't want to be there? But I think there's a thing in there, like, there's a lot of things that you don't enjoy the idea of, but once you, like, I think for some people, socializing is, like, type 1 fun, and for some people it's type 2 fun, right? I think that's the... It took me a while to work this one out, but there are some social events that I still go to, even though they sound like hell to me. Because it's like, yeah, and when I've done it, I will have appreciated that more than if I don't do that. And I guess, like, convincing your, you know, type 2 fun people to come to an event that you'll have type 1 fun at is kind of tricky. By the way, if you don't know types. Also, I spent one canyon wedding, and even I didn't want to be there. Too many people. Yeah, if you, I don't know if this is sharing too much. The wedding I'm going to is 9 people, I think. I think it was going to be 10, but someone couldn't make it. You know, if you missed a wedding with 10 people, you really messed up, huh? But yeah, I'm going to place a... I think I'm just going to keep on rolling it over here. I think this clearly is going to have to be a birch plank. And then so too is this over here. So we'll have a plank here. And then this can be kind of the end of the birch section of the house. Boom. Okay, so now we're going to make some cherry planks. I don't know how many we want, but I think that'd be a nice 4th wood, right? I feel like all of these 4 woods are the ones that would perfectly fit a house. It does make it feel a little bit Barbie Heimer or something like that, but that's totally fine. And now we're just going to build a front for this. I think the front is just going to have to do something weird. Look at Toycat pretending to care about future Toycat. I care about future Toycat all the time. I don't know what you mean by that, Dan Marsh. I think that future Toycat's a wonderful guy, and I hope he chooses not to kill me. Anyway, I like the bamboo. Do you like the bamboo, chat? I think it's great. I think it's everything a person could hope for. I don't think these snowballs are useful, though. Okay, so I think some interior walls would be good here. I want to get hitched and get food and go home, but my hubby isn't extra for that. Yeah, I think that's another struggle, is like knowing, like, it's basically the same struggle, but like within the social engagement. So we're going to just strip these walls here to make it look a bit fancier. And then we're going to add a bunch of stairs. This is the thing I've learned about building generic Minecraft houses. Use stairs everywhere. People love stairs because they're not as big as a full block, and that makes them fancier than a full block. So pale and pale. Just so many. This is too few. 40 is never enough. And so then we're going to start with like one that goes like here, and then one that can go like... Oh, I think I've done that wrong. You know, it's fine. I'll roll with it. And then we'll have, like, one that goes here? Is that right? That doesn't feel right. How about one there? And then one here. Does that look good, chat? Is that how... Yeah, that looks great. As far as I'm concerned, that is looking wonderful. And then it goes like there. But then we throw a little mixeroo in there, and we go up a block. Ooh, yeah, we go up a whole block. And we continue the pattern a bit more. Oh yeah, look how mixed up our lives is. Our lives are. You know, our lives is. I'll stick with it. And then I think I'm going to use a couple of slabs to finish that off. So then we go over here, and we do the same, but in reverse. I'm hoping I can do it from underneath this time, but I know that that might not be true. Stare that way, and then we stare this way. Close enough. And we're just going to aim to have the same thing on this side. What do you reckon, chat? Is it looking like a nice generic Minecraft house? I think it needs some glass, maybe. I think I could do with getting some sand. But yeah, the house is coming along so far. So good. I just noticed your start. FF is my favorite band. You know what? I think that there are... I hate to do this embarrassing, but I actually am just a real big fan of the Archduke. I do understand that there is you know, there's some form of music people that use the same name, but I've not heard any of their music before. Is it all based on his life? You know, but yeah, really what it is I'm a big fan of World War I. I've always thought, like, man, World War II gets all the attention, kind of unfairly so. World War I is such a good World War that we didn't call it World War I. We were so sure there wouldn't be another one, we called it the Great War. You think about that, right? You you ever hear a war today where they're like, yeah, we're not having one that big ever again. We might, you know, it's just not a thing that is done. It upheaved the entire social contract in Europe. It removed the concept of monarchy from the day-to-day. Yeah, I'm just saying. Franz Ferdinand, without him, we couldn't have had all of that. You know, we'd all be living in under monarchies right now if not for that. You know, unlike, if you tried to say, like, some positive came from World War II, you'd be seen as a madman. You would be, maybe rightfully so. But, you know, you can say that pretty earnestly about World War I. Okay, so I think I have a couple more slabs left. I don't. I'm going to now grab a trapdoor, I think. I think people love their trapdoors, so I'm going to use one or two. I think one's going to go up here. Yeah, look at that. What a perfect finishing block that is. And one can go on these other ones. So, yeah, why is it World War I when the whole world was not at war? It's not even... It's like a third of the world at war. Speaking of a third of the world being at war, which side of my house should this be on, do you think? Add some... Yeah, not just good, great. You know, yeah, that's a good point. World War I is more than good. I don't think I can make a Frosty. I think I should reconsider my sponsorships with nihilism if I'm gonna make comments like that. Okay, so now we're gonna have this build come over to here. I think that this wood is in the right spot, but something's a bit wrong about it in a way I can't describe. You know, it's fine. It's looking great. So now we're going to fill in the center of this. We need more pale oak wood, of course. But we're going to leave a space for a little glass window that goes up here, or like some fences or something. Has to be a needlessly fancy block. So we're going to have something there, 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 and there. And then we'll have like a piece of stained glass. Yeah, I think without World War I, there would have been no World War II. You know, that's a good point. If anyone out there is a World War II fan, if you're like, man, can't believe you said, you know, think about that. You couldn't have your World War II without my World War I. So therefore, I have the better war. This video was actually brought to you. If you'll believe it, this video was brought to you by the military-industrial complex. Have you considered invading your neighbors? You know, have you been listening to leftist propaganda that tells you that human beings have value? Ugh, I hate it when they say that stuff. You should stop listening to that and instead start buying guns. Did you know at any moment someone might try to kill you, and the only way to stop a bad person from killing you is to kill the bad people first? Who's a bad person? If you have the gun, you get to decide. Use code TOYCAT for 10% off. But probably an extra 10% on your first murder hearing. But you know, the terms and conditions may apply. just know that, you know, a gun is actually pretty non-functional. You know, you might think that owning a gun is pretty cool, but actually in most places that human beings live, in the majority of them at least, guns aren't allowed to be used or even stored. You have to, like, I think there's a funny thing in a lot of states that where you can use guns is you have to keep it, like, in the trunk with the ammo in a different compartment, in a sealed, locked. It's like, you know, you're not going to have any fun with a gun, which is why it's a good way to show off your status. That's why people always flash guns at each other. It's because they're like, wow, look at me, I've got $700 spare. That's, I couldn't buy a Lambo with that, but this is what I got instead. Don't you think it's nice? White makes a better filler color. Trims work as well as any dark color. So, I'm now going to throw my... I think I want to place some moss around here still. I think it's a bit dark and depressing. I think I want to have a back garden maybe that has some moss in it. Or maybe an inside garden. Or is that too insane of an idea? Anyway, let's continue with our staircase thing, because there is going to be a big set of stairs. Because this is going to go now around here. And then around here. And then look at this. I can just do that all the way around. But I'm going to need some more pale oak planks to go everywhere for that. 1, 2. 1, 1, 2. Easy peasy. Now we place our logs, or our pale oak stairs. It's looking so weird, actually. I don't know if I love this as much as I was hoping I would. I feel like I definitely need some more, like, real logs for this to all attach to. But yeah, that's good enough, right? That's a house, technically speaking. I guess I'm gonna need to, like, build a roof that goes up alongside all of this. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna have to. It's gonna be messy, but I'm gonna have to do it. I like the idea of white wood, but I can't imagine what I'll use it for. In fact, maybe I'll change from using dark oak signs to white text. Oh, I never even considered that we can make a sign with it. Thank you, Dan Marsh. Let me give one of those a little shot. So I'm gonna have to grab the stick out of the bundle. Man, I've such a cluttered inventory. If only there was some way I could deal with this cluttered inventory. So I'll place some cherry saplings, like, around, I think. They definitely add so much joy to the place. So, like, there, I think it would be a great spot for a cherry sapling. Like, let's just... Oh, yeah, perfect. Just a little bit here or there. Makes a big difference. I'm also going to start destroying these, because I need the extra wood anyway. Dark pillars around is an easy cheat. Oh, by the way, today's video is actually going to be a dual-purpose one, chat. I went through a great deal of effort to buy spicy TNT Pringles, chat. Don't ask me why, but I did, and I've just kind of had them around for the longest time, because I really wanted them for some reason, and by the time I got them, I forgot what it was. So I figured, you know what? I'll eat them live on stream with you, chat, and we can find out what's going on. If you've not seen these yet, they are TNT flavored Pringles. They're available only in the United States, not even in Canada. Believe me, oh god, I'm getting murdered. My bad. They're only available in the United States, not even in Canada. I checked. I was going to be in Canada and take advantage of those similar goods, but yeah, they're not. So yeah, I'll do a little taste test for them. I'll be able to tell you if they taste like TNT. Which is what we've always wondered, right? Let's be honest. We're all sitting there thinking to ourselves, is there ever going to be a Pringle that tastes like TNT? Specifically spicy TNT? Hopefully they aren't out of date. Oh, that's a good question. That's a good point. I mean, it says 15th year anniversary, so the oldest they could have been made is 4 May. And they say best before June 20th. You want to read that, actually? Yeah, you know, it's good. It's fine. So, imagining this in hardcore, says Jessup Kane. Yeah, I think it'd be a lot of fun in hardcore. Yeah, I definitely want to play around with these blocks at some point in hardcore. Yeah, the white walls are a little bit drab when you're on the interior of them. I think we need to throw some extra blocks in here just to keep things fun. So let's use some dark oak. I've got a ton of dark oak, so let's use dark oak. And let's actually, like, to keep things fun and fresh, right? let's make some stairs from dark oak instead of regular oak. Okay, this is a bold idea, chat. I'm going where no one's gone before on this. So wish me luck and everything. But I'm going to make some dark oak stairs. Best eaten by Toycat only. Exactly. Only I possess the... Oh, man. Where did you come from? That was a skeleton. It's okay. It's a spooky biome. I see why you'd find yourself at home here. So, yeah, now I'm going to make some dark oak stairs to go with this. And they're going to be beautiful. Speaking of beautiful, gotta murder him. A lot of mobs just hanging around today, it looks like. Okay, so where there was a pale oak thing, I'm going to place some dark oak here, and then some dark oak there, and then some dark oak there. And we'll just continue doing that. I don't actually know how many blocks we'll go back. Let's just say 3 is our limit. And then we could also remove these and, like, slowly have all of this be dark oak. So that our next staircase up, right? I'm hoping this is how this appears. Our next staircase up should look super cool because it is pale oak next to dark oak. You see what we're going for here, chat? By being a wood next to a wood, it looks much cooler as a wood than it would. I totally missed the good phrasing there. My life is ruined. But yeah, so I feel like these wood types look really good next to each other. And so if we actually take this bottom block down and we replace it with a ton of these, then we're making the build overall look a little bit nicer, I think. What do you think, chat? You think... Oh, no! I had a split-second warning. It didn't ruin anything in the house, though. It's fine. I was already dealing with it. And so there we go. I'm going to run out very shortly. Also, yeah, this biome does seem to spawn more mobs. I don't know if that is... Like, where else are you that you just randomly get attacked by creepers and zombies during daytime? Has to be said. 15th anniversary, so they're 15 years old. Yeah, I mean, why is it that when you know, someone ages a whiskey for 15 years, we go, ooh, yeah, I'm looking forward to drinking as much of this as I can. But, you know, someone ages a packet of Kringles for a similar amount of time, and everyone loses their mind. It just doesn't make any sense. It's another example of why humans are illogical and shouldn't be trusted with any decisions. Okay, so then we're going to have some pale oak logs that are going to go here. And yeah, that's a good place to stop, I guess. So yeah, I think this looks wonderful, chat. I think this was one of the best decisions I've made in a long while. I think I'm actually going to place a block back there. And then have this kind of like tie into that, maybe, if we can. There we go. And we'll do the same from this side. I think it adds a little bit of texture to my staircase. Who doesn't love that? And then we're going to probably have to make this whole thing out of it too. But it looks good, right? I think dark oak and pale oak have such a perfect synergy that I did not realize before just now. So, yeah, we're going to remove any trees that get close to this now. I'm going to need a whole extra axe for that. Because this guy is literally in the middle of my living room. And I probably could do with a real sword at some point too. But, yeah, issues for future me. Let's actually just... Should I get some spruce going on too? Oh, there's a creaking! Chat! It's my first creaking! So let's, you know, we did say we wanted to have a tea party with the creaking, right? We did say that. That's not me making this up. Let's do precisely that. So, I'm going to quickly light things up. I'm gonna I need a door on my house so that mobs don't sneak in. So, which one is the door? I think I might have to make one. So, this is a door. I've got 3 of them, in fact. And I'm just gonna quickly place one down so that other mobs don't sneak in on me. Okay, we're good. We're good. So we're gonna shut that door. There's no ceiling cover. But that'll be fine, I guess. And now we obviously need somewhere to sit. So I think I'll use these as a nice little makeshift. If you could just head over here. Okay, he doesn't move. I can see his heart though. Oh, it's way over there. So I'm going to try and get him onto a, you know, let's have a little sitting area over here. Okay, let's see if we can't get him up onto this. Okay, if I like go up a couple of blocks, maybe. Are you coming up here? Why is he not? Is he okay? Okay, so I'll leave him be. Clearly he doesn't want to be on one of these, but I'll offer him a seat anyway. And then I'll have my own seat over here. Okay, you know, I feel like I offered you a seat and then you wanted mine instead. And then we obviously have to have a little space, you know, a little table. So let's obviously install one of those. There are a few ways you can do tables in Minecraft, but it's widely known that there's one model which is the best. And that is to, yep, that's great. Glad that you're doing this. So we place one of these down. I can't place a second one because he is in the block. Can I bone meal this, maybe? Yeah, I can. Perfect. Okay, so then we're gonna... No, wait. Okay, he's still there. We're good. Now we need to find 2 wool, which I think I must have. Can I... Oh, you can bundle straight into a chest. That's very handy. So unfortunately, I only have 2 wool. I can use a moss carpet. That's fine, I guess. So we're gonna quickly just, while he's still there, I want to throw my food into that. Okay, perfect. And I want to make sure we just get rid of some of these last inventory spots. And I'm gonna put my moss carpet down there. Okay, I can't place it down. It's very rude of the creaking, but he has prevented me. So I'm gonna put some string on top for now. Just to prevent that from spawning, I guess. I don't even have any string. I wasted it on my bundles. You know, it's okay. We can have tea with our creaking anyway. So chat, me and the bundle, me and the creaking are now going to enjoy our scheduled TNT Pringles session. That's right. I am going to try them, and the creaking is going to be my co-host. If you could please make the effort. There we go. Yeah, this is great. This is exactly what everyone has always wanted, I am sure. And yeah, let's go for some of these Pringles. It's got the Mr. Pringle logo on. I'm very excited. He's creaky, says James Weston. Oh, so they smell. Okay, my first thought is they smell like that fake jalapeno, you know, like cracker? Fake jalapeno. Yeah, like you get the pretzel pieces by Snyder's. Ooh, yeah, I gotta say, spicy TNT's good. What do you think, Mr. Creaking? Would you like to have some? You can just take as many as you like. Mmm. It's cheesy. It says spicy TNT. But the first taste is cheese. The second taste is kind of like... Oh, okay, there is heat. There is heat to these things. So, yeah, the actual ingredients are vegetable oil, degerminated yellow corn flour, and monolyserates. It tastes like cheesy hot sauce. Chat, have you ever assumed that TNT would taste like cheese? Because if you haven't, you've been wrong this whole time. Be honest with me. How do you eat Pringles, chat? Do you give one of those, like, 1x1s? Are you one of these people that's like, I'll have a Pringle? Or are you like me, where you say, well, if you wanted to eat a crisp that looked like this, you'd buy a regular bag. The reason you get Pringles is so that you can grab more than one. I'll be honest, sometimes I've grabbed 11 or 12 at a time. You grab more than one, and then you go, It's double the crisp in your mouth. So yeah, these do have a spice. And if you eat 3 at a time, that spice builds a lot faster. Oh. These are spicy. I do not understand how cheese equates to TNT, though. If anyone has a good theory about that, at least if you made the argument it was spicy lava, I'd be like, yeah, lava kind of looks like cheese. Good reference. Pringles. Who owns Pringles? Is it Walker's? Is it Pringles Manufacturing, Jackson, Tennessee? Pringles LLC. I do not know who owns Pringles. I'll be... Oh no! My tea party! So rude. So rude. Oh, man. I'm sorry, buddy. You don't deserve... I know that people disagree with you on your views on that particular section of the Middle East. But I don't think that means you should have the... I don't think you should be exploded for that. I think that it's messed up that people think that you should die for that. And I know that you seem a little inhuman right now. And, you know, like, I know some people take that as meaning that you're taking a stance against them. But I know that you believe, just as much as I do, that the most important thing is that we all get along. And I'm going to go destroy your home. I'm just kidding. Let's go work that out. Okay, so I'm going to try and destroy this as quickly as possible. Okay, so it's over there, right? Okay, this tree here. Let's just see if we can't do this before he even comes to me. Okay, I think I see it already. So all I have to do now is get rid of this without him getting me. Huh. Okay. Okay, this is actually a challenge because of how many mobs there are on this biome. So I'm going to place some torches around. Okay, I see it perfectly there. And I'm going to eat the cooked pork chop. So as you can see, the creaking still walks towards you. It's not quite a perfect creaking angel vibe yet. Man, these are so good. These are actually addictive. I've never had a flavor where I'm like, I want to go back for more, like, immediately. But I can destroy it. And now, wait. But where did you come from? And now he's come from a different one. Okay, so now I can leave him be, though. And there won't be another creaking that comes to my house. I count that as a success. Anyway, the creeper was more of a coffee person. You know, yeah, apparently the creeper really disagrees with my stance on nihilism there. So, I'm going to place my bed in this lovely little... I'm going to have one more Pringle here. I can't not do it. They're addictive, chat. So good. It's ready to get a flavor that actually tastes... Try to get a flavor that actually tastes like something else. But I think this is, like, familiar while also having that, like, hint of, like, newness to it. Which is delightful, right? So yeah, totally worth the disaster that we've gone through as a result. I would have to say so. So the block is gone. You need Silk Touch. Yeah, if you don't have Silk Touch, you don't get the creaking heart back. This is one that I think is, like, a little bit controversial, right? Like, there is a there's a way to... Wait, let me get my words right here. There is a block which is quite valuable that can only be gotten with Silk Touch. And so I think that's why I don't believe when people say, like, oh yeah, the creaking is the reward by itself because you can get it. It's like, but only if you have Silk Touch, which are, you know, like, when you've been playing a world for a long time, as I know a lot of us watching this channel here probably have, it's like, yeah, well, of course you have that. But most players don't just casually... Also, do you think, can you use a bundle to organize your chests better? I never even thought about that you could use a bundle to make chest organization go smoother. But you totally can. I'm gonna put the tiny little remnants of blocks that we have in here. Yeah, this is so handy for, like, hoovering up blocks that you want to store somewhere, but... Yeah, no one's ever gonna think to look in there, but I like that you can. So what's the 2024 equivalent of your pickle juice stream? Says Dan Marsh. You know, have I not done one in 2024 yet? That is pretty poor form, to be fair. I found a drink I really enjoyed recently. Maybe I guess there's a... You know, we'll have to do one. We'll set it as a member goal or something, so I can argue that it was not my fault if it goes terribly wrong. But how about we'll set the goal as like 450 members, and I'll drink pickle juice all stream long. I'll drink, you know, potato juice or whatever. You're making me want to build a Minecraft house. Yeah, you do it long and I do have to admit, there is like a certain appeal that like comes over you, right? Where you're like, oh yeah, if we just start doing this and then start doing that, we'll be in a good place in no time. So let's make a whole bunch of pale planks. Get back over to here. Jump to the top. And now let's continue what we were doing before. So I need a whole bunch of pale oak stairs for this design to work. But as you can see, it is slowly starting to. I could do a funny thing where I like literally I make a pretty front and exterior, and then it's as like bland as it can be on the other side. I kind of want to do that. This is my attitude towards building to some extent. Okay, so this is not lined up with this, which might be a problem. But I can't really afford to lower this anymore, so I don't think I will. I am going to, yeah, I feel like this is a pretty decent amount. I'll have a nice spruce plank middle here. So I've got a ton of spruce planks. I'll use like 24 of them. Maybe as slabs. Yeah, I think slabs would be better. Let's just quickly make one of these. So it's going to use pale oak first. I wonder what the logic is there. Just place a crafting table there. And then make a whole bunch of spruce slabs. Then we can use spruce for the top. I don't know if spruce is like ruining this pale oak, dark oak theme, but I have the blocks anyway, right? So we might as well. And then there we go. Look how wonderful and delightful it looks. And then we can do the same for the top here. Yeah, looks just perfect if you ask me. And then maybe do something similar here. Yeah. Chat, I've got a house. Do you like the look of it? No, I can't leave the dark oak there. It's so weird. It looks like you're doing something like horrifically wrong when you do. So we'll have the dark oak come in here. And then maybe like dark oak. Yeah, there's a way to make this work. Okay, so then we'll have a dark oak block go here. Not on that side though. Dark oak here, dark oak there. And yeah, that's sort of, no, it looks like a mess. So if we maybe fix this block too. Nope, that looks bad. What if we do it like this way? For some reason, why is that happening? Is this block incorrectly aligned maybe? Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I like the vibe of this. But then I feel like this block then has to also be dark oak. And then that feels like it's weirdly attached. And then the other side also feels a little bit wrong. So let's now fix this side. Let's just replace both of these blocks in the way that they were over there. And oh, this doesn't make any sense because of where this wall is. So this is gonna have to turn into one of these, I guess, which is then I'm gonna go all the way around here. And there we go. Okay. House is coming together now, chat. It's all starting to make some sense. And then we'll fix that. I think this front of the house probably should be a dark oak because it adds some much needed color. I just don't like that I placed it all, and now I'm realizing that is true. And also I'm realizing I'm gonna have to get rid of all this wood. Okay, so let's do it. The bamboo peeking out bugs me. No, it's beautiful. What's not to love about it? I'll place the pale moss on it, actually. I have one of those hanging around somewhere. Don't know where it is. I'll place the flowering azalea. Maybe would be a little bit better of a block. There we go. That actually kind of is interesting. It really does just kind of replace a floor block in a way I wasn't expecting it to. Okay, so now we're going to break this down. And then we're going to just finish up the pale stairs from before. But not on the back. I think the back of the house doesn't need any of that nonsense. And so what we're going to do instead is just going to place a whole bunch of these. So make some stairs and whatnot, obviously. But just really, really, really finish this in the way that doesn't even look like it makes the most sense. There we go. Do the same over here. Build a nice big wall, because this is where my house goes. Maybe have a little bit of like a backstop for a chimney or something. You know, just have some logic to our madness. Some method within this. And then boom, let's do it. Let's go. And now, as soon as this tree starts to fall, which for some reason it's not yet, I've not removed the top blocks, we have the basis for a big, beautiful house. Also, I haven't destroyed all of this yet. There's a single piece of log keeping that holding on. So now, yeah, I think it kind of sucks to do it, but just replacing this with some other blocks is going to make such a huge difference to the value, to the look of this house. And so it's just worth doing. After seeing it side by side, you realize how well complementary colors work versus the same color. And so now we've done this. Let's throw it back. Let's put it down. And yeah, I think that's one of the reasons that people find art so interesting, by the way. And any like idea like this is like there is such a thing as good art and bad art. You know, all art is equally valid, etc. But then there is also like, you know, more and less valid art, as silly as that sounds to say out loud. So I think I want to place a staircase there. No. We'll leave this how it is, and then we'll just start placing these on top, directly on top, and then it ends up being this is aligned correctly on this side. I don't know how that happened. I don't know how it happened, I'm just confused that it did. So now we'll place stairs there. And then stairs over here. And then there's a big mistake over here where we'll just place a slab or something. Yep, when in doubt, place a slab. Solves all of life's problems. And now we've got this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful interior all worked out. Toycat's just flexing on us FF fans for sure. What I would do to have one. You know, you can just go on, like if you're a fan, you know, like the Dukes, the Archduke rather, sorry, to use his proper title. His it did run out. Also pair luck with villagers instead of villagers. You know, that gets me thinking, that does. Okay, so now we're gonna just have this go over here. Yeah, this is exactly how it's meant to be. Okay, loving it so far. There is a certain joy in designing a house that I think some people love beyond anything else in Minecraft, and I think that is why, to a certain extent, people are happy with a new wood type more than they are happy with anything else. You add a whole new structure to the game, like the Tricky Trials, and people are like, "Oh, that's so cool," and then they're done with it. It's like one of the saddest things, I imagine, especially if you're Mojang. You spent all this time balancing it, and it's like, yeah, people cared about that for a bit, and then they don't. That is the cruel reality of the world in which we live. But yeah, I think that a part of why that's true is that people always have these like these desires that maybe they're not so good at communicating with the world. Just like how I was talking about with like, yeah, what you really want is you want something that shows I have money to spend on things that are literally useless. Look how much, you know, it's like a way to show how much money you have, right? In a similar way, I feel like we all have like deep desires to want to have things in Minecraft that are actually, you know, cool and complex, and whole new structures sound super interesting to us. But then there's a ton of people who are like, yeah, actually, give me like 7 new blocks in an update, and that's gonna matter to me. That's gonna affect my survival experience more than if you do something actually quite significant. And I think there's something fun about that. So I'm gonna place a spruce slab over here now, and then another one over here, and then another one over here, and then another one over there, and over here. Not over there, over here. And by the way, this is an important announcement for your local YouTube subscriber. Subscribe to Toycat. Stop by the gift shop and get a coffee mug. Don't forget to bring a towel. Thank you very much, Jessup Kane. Yeah, I hope that you, if you have enjoyed or are enjoying this live stream, you consider doing precisely that. All art is equal. Some art is just more equal than others. So true, Polly. Depressingly true. It's I think it is really interesting that a certain like strata, your whole thing is like, yeah, look at these art. Like it's I've thought for a while now about the concept of jesters. You know, like back in the Middle Ages, you were rich enough that you had someone, you know, like who just entertained you, and the jester usually had like this privilege of being able to say the things that no one else would be able to say, because he was trying to do it to be funny, right? That's what jesters did. Anyway, so the idea that like if you are at a top point in society, as kings would have been in the day, the idea that you get like some entertainment as your like end desire is something that I think sort of carries over today. Like very rich people like see it as a point of pride that they're like, yeah, I know about art. It's almost like a thing you have to be involved with at that level, because it's like, yeah, I have all the time. I have spare time just to learn about things I don't even need to know about. What about you? Oh, do you have to learn about how much a pint of milk costs so that you can live? Oh, that's cool too, I guess. See, I think this adds to the house a bunch too, actually, weirdly enough. Chat, what do you think about my house? I built this over about an hour and a half, and during that time I got iron tools. I got 6 of the 12 woods. 6, right? 7. Wait, let me confirm. So I've got the two woods from the outside, the 3 woods from the inside, and then I've got regular oak, and I've got spruce, which is also on the outside. So that's 7. So yeah, 7 whole. Now we have people with art degrees. Yeah, but then you realize that like, yeah, once the moment any type of art becomes like mass, it becomes a different thing. It turns into something else entirely. People stop considering it art. Like art has to be almost like personalized to something about you to be very, very valuable on tiers that aren't that top one. This is such a weird house on the inside, by the way. Okay, now we need some furniture. I'll be honest, I don't believe in furniture. But what I'm just gonna do is I'm gonna put a couple of dark oak stairs over there. And in theory, I like the idea of learning new stuff in my spare time. In practicality, however, I'm not gonna do that. Yeah, it's I think that's what's really interesting about it, right? Is that if you could learn a bunch of things and read a bunch of books, etc., you would want to, but it's hard because you've got real life things to do, right? There are people who rely on you to do things for them. There are, whether it's jobs, family members, whatever else. That floor looks confused. Now, the floor looks beautiful. This is the world's greatest floor, and if you disagree with that, you disagree with me. So yeah, okay, I have now spent an hour, just under 100 minutes building this, and obviously we all agree it's beautiful. I think there's no debate about that. I learn in my spare time. In conclusion, skill issue. But how much spare time do you have, Hexateron? I get the vibe that maybe you're a student, maybe something like that. I think the more you can choose to learn, the better off you'll usually be as a person, but in the long term, not the short term. They're so good, chat. These Pringle TNTs. TNT Pringles. I hit a spot in my brain that I just love. So in conclusion, I think, first of all, keep inventory easy is insane. But I also really like it on the level of it makes my life easier. I don't think they should keep it. Also, thank you, NebNeb, for becoming the 399th channel member. At 450, I will officially do a potato juice stream, or a melon juice, or whatever delightful juice we may find. It's been a little while, huh? I think it'd be a lot of fun. Happy Sunday, friends and friend Toycat. Happy Sunday to you too, Larry Nannery. And thank you, Jira, for gifting 5 memberships. How are you doing today, man? The house could use some interior trim. Okay, interior trim, let's do it. Do, 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 do. Do. Yeah, I think it needs some windows. I think that's what this house is missing. I've got one window over there. This is the best view of the house. That's the problem, actually, and I don't have a proper window for it. I think the back of the house doesn't really need a window, but we'll install one anyway. Not very useful. It's nice that it exists, I guess. I'll maybe put some slabs in there. I'll put a slab in there. And then I'll put a staircase in there. But like this staircase can go over there, but upside down maybe. Yeah, that's my plan. Yeah, there we go. See, that's art, chat. I made art myself. Okay, so thank you for turning Sunday into gift day, Mr. Jira. Hope you're doing absolutely wonderful today. Also, ooh. Yeah, you add some of that to this. And outside of exposing these blocks here, which I think we now have to fill with something. Yeah, I think that's a good vibe for this. I'm gonna make some buttons. Because you can put buttons on fences, right? You can't anymore. I'm gonna put a button over there. And I'm gonna put some buttons on the inside for my trim. Yeah, there we go. That's what we need. Yeah, that's what the house was missing. And then maybe a painting of the wither. I feel like the house is definitely missing one of those. And I can fix that right here, right now. Not really a painting of the wither. Not really a painting of the wither. Close enough. There we go. Yeah, actually that is like the perfect painting for this place. I'll have like a little seat so I can observe the, yeah, like I'll have like an art seat so I can enjoy the art. And then I'll place like one of, you know, like how fancy houses have that like light above the painting? We'll have one of those in here too. Yep, absolutely perfect. Absolutely perfect. I've got entertainment covered. I've got a window. I've got a door. I've got a perfect house. And so in conclusion, yeah, I think building out pale wood is fun. Building in this biome seems to be more dangerous. The creaking isn't the biggest of your concerns. I think right now the creaking just isn't much. It's fun as a variant of the dark forest, but as a biome in itself, is it worth the time to find? These are all good questions. I don't know the answers to them. I just know that I hope you all enjoyed today's fun little jaunt into the update preview beta. If you enjoyed this, let me know, and we can play around with this more in the future. For now, I'm just excited to have new drop content and to be able to play it in a way that hopefully then the feedback, you know, we can share it with Mojang and make the update better. Because ultimately, that's what this is all about, right? That's the reason they released this stuff in the preview and snapshot state, is so we can hopefully, you know, like work on stuff like that. With that said though, thank you very much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed today. Let me know what you think about my house and this video, and then go check out Realm Review, which is going live the moment this is done. Yeah, and also, yeah, I'm going to a wedding for the next week. It's in North America. It's a whole thing. I'll be back the week after, and then finally I'll play some hardcore on stream. So I'll see you next time for some hardcore Minecraft, or some hardcore Minecraft, or maybe I'll stream tomorrow. But yeah, hardcore Minecraft after 1.21.40 comes out. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Join me for that one. Yeah, it's I've been back into streaming for a bit, but it's so I feel like I have to like build up my streaming, like what's the word, stamina again. I feel like my ability to have a thing to do that I can like absorb my attention fully into, also is vanishing a little. Oh, okay. It's something that you also. It's interesting you can do criticals on the creaking. Do you think you can break a? Oh, you can. Look at this, chat. I'm gonna break a full stone axe on this fella. Super fun. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see. I've got some real important video stuff to do so that you have something to watch while I'm gone, and I'll see you tomorrow, and then for hardcore. Sound good? Yeah, sounds good.